Breaking news from Queensland, where more than 100 blazes are raging across the state. Throughout the night, firefighters battled flames threatening towns north of Bundaberg, west of Gladstone, at Gracemere near Rockhampton and Finch Hatton near Mackay. Residents have packed evacuation centres. It is still too dangerous for them to return to their towns. We have reporters in the fire zone and with authorities this morning. Sunrise correspondent Bianca Stone is in Rockhampton. Bianca, what's the situation there at the moment?
Now, good morning. I'm at the Rockhampton Showgrounds. This is the location where about 8,000 people from the nearby town of Gracemere were told to evacuate to yesterday. They were told to leave immediately. For the first time in Queensland, we had a catastrophic fire warning. There was a fire heading towards that town. Right now, there are about 100 people probably trying to sleep in that pavilion right now. Many have told me they've had a very sleepless night. They've come here with their pets, not knowing if their homes back in Gracemere are safe. At the moment, we've been told there are no property losses in Gracemere. They have managed to slow that fire somewhat, but the concern now is what happens when the heat and the wind does pick up again later today. There are about 8 fires that authorities are very, very concerned about. One emergency situation that is unfolding right now near Serena at Camwyn Beach, just south of Mackay. There is a fire raging there. They're trying to protect properties in that region at the moment. Everyone there has been told to leave immediately. Now, there are scary words that we've heard far too many times over the past few days. Embers burst from the treetops as flames edge towards the township of Mount Larkham near Gladstone. The Bruce Highway to the south cut off. Further north, near Mackay, the fire front raged. Residents of Finch Hatton forced to endure another terrifying night. Near Rockhampton, firefighters worked tirelessly to halt the flames' advance. Locals were left to take stock at one of many evacuation centres throughout the ravaged region.
The day was horrific. I've never had a day like it.
I am shaking at the knees right now. I am petrified.
A large, intense blaze continues to menace deep water. Crews are desperate to stop it crossing Baffle Creek and raging towards Bundaberg.
We're needing to really pray that this fire is going to stop.
From Canberra, the Prime Minister promised more help is on the way.
The entire country is coming to your aid. The entire country is there to help in this time of great need.
More firefighters from across the nation are heading to the region today. Victoria, South Australia and New South Wales all pitching in. The devastation is already evident. Property has been lost. Just how much is unclear. Tired and worried residents can do little but wait, not knowing when or if they'll be able to return to their homes.
My little brother's suffering too. He's feeling it. We're all feeling the heat.
As flames bear down on their towns, their spirit remains unbreakable.
Now to Ben Murphy at Queensland Fire and Emergency Service Headquarters. A long night for those fire crews.
Good morning, Nat. No doubt about that. A very long night. A fire broke out last night near Caloundra at a place called Little Mountain. It was a very large grass fire and there were very large concerns to go with it. An emergency declaration was issued at around midnight, preparing people for the possibility of evacuation. But the good news is that a little over an hour ago that was revoked, though 23 crews do remain on scene at that fire, and residents are urged to pay attention to updates as they come in. Across the state there are 106 fires still burning. That is down slightly on the 125 fires of yesterday afternoon. There are 44 schools which are closed across the state as well. And from the Bureau, in terms of the latest weather conditions, still very hot, still very dry and indeed still very dangerous, though there is some optimism, Nat, that the worst conditions might now be behind us.
OK, thank you both. We'll go back to Queensland soon.